Hello, I'm Quiptic, and this is Darkest Dungeon. This is a game that came out back in 2016, but it's a game that I really love. Also, the sequel is coming out soon, and I'm excited for that. So I just thought it would be fun to play it and have a good time. Let's see. I definitely don't want that. I'm gonna do Darkest for now. I'll do Blood Moon maybe one day, but not today. Alright, so here we are in the game on the old road to the hamlet. I skipped the intro cutscene, but that's okay. I'll explain a little bit about what's going on. We got a letter from our ancestor telling us that he found something in our old family home and he wants us to investigate. Then he shot himself, so that's cool, but we're gonna go figure it out. We are neither of these people. These two guys right here, Reynold and Dismas, we're not these guys. These are guys that we hired to take us to our home. They're gonna be doing all the work. So what we got to do now is make it to our hamlet, figure out what's going on, and see if we can stop whatever evil our ancestor unleashed. There's a little more to it than that. Basic plot points, but right now we're just going to go through the tutorial. So we'll click on the map and we'll start making our way.
Have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So that guy who just spoke is our ancestor.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Yeah, he's going to be talking to us a lot, but that's okay, because he's great. So, first fight, simple. One guy. Real easy. So, every character has their own different stats, and more importantly, their own different moves that they can only use in certain positions. So you can see here in Open Veins, there's the 4 dots on the left side and 4 dots on the right. That shows where your character has to be and where your enemy has to be in order for you to be able to use the attack. So we've got Open Vein here. Dismas is in the second spot, so he can use it because the Brigand is in the first spot. It's pretty simple. Pistol shot, you could see Dismas could use it because he's in the right spot, but he can't because the enemy isn't in the right spot. It's super simple, but it gets wicked complicated later on. The difficulty kind of ramps up. We're going to run through this tutorial and it's going to look so easy, and things are going to go downhill fast. But that's okay.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
You can see the torchlight went down here. As torchlight goes down, your enemies become stronger, but the loot that you get becomes better. So it's a risk-reward system, which I think works pretty well.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Alright. Let's take care of this big guy here. So we got a Crusader and a Highwayman. You always start with these two guys, so it's real simple. They have the same move set every time you start. So got Smite, Zealous Accusation, Stunning Blow, Bulwark of Faith. You can unlock more abilities later on as the game progresses, but usually, not usually, it always starts basically the same way every time. Whoa, I'm getting lucky here. This game has a lot of luck involved with it. So you can see now, like I was saying earlier, based on position, now I could shoot this guy. I'm not going to do that because I want to take care of the big guy first, please. Make him bleed. Ooh, and -2 dodge. So, it's not always going to be just big brigand guys. We're gonna fight all sorts of terrible creatures. Ooh. And I got stressed. You're also gonna have to fight stress, which is a mechanic in this game. As this stress bar fills up, your characters start to act a bit more erratic, we'll say. And wow, good shot, man. And well, if that bar fills up to 100, something real special will happen. But we'll see that when we get there.
The greater the glory.
Ooh. And that's it. Tutorial done. There's a treasure chest here. Some rooms have little curios that you can interact with. This one specifically says it's trapped. So I don't think it's going to give us anything. So I'm not going to deal with it. And now we get a little recap of the treasures we got. Got treasure and heirlooms. Heirlooms are going to be real necessary here in a little bit, but we're not going to worry about that now. But money is always nice. There are also quirks in the game, so after almost every dungeon, your characters have a chance of getting a quirk. Sometimes positive, sometimes negative. We actually got pretty lucky here. We didn't, well, lucky depending on how you look at it. Nothing happened, which is great, because you can get, even on the very first tutorial, you can end up with really bad quirks. In fact, I believe Reynold always starts with a really bad quirk.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Well, here we are, the hamlet. I know it looks like a dump now, but give it time. It'll look less like a dump later on. We only have a few buildings available to us right now, since we're pretty early on in the game. Graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Yeah, people are probably gonna die. When your adventurers die, that's it. They're dead for good. So, that'll probably fill up soon. Excited for that. Ancestors Memoirs. This is just, if you find plot items, they come here.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
We're not gonna worry about that either. Nomad Wagon.
Trinkets and charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
She will sell us different trinkets. They're way too expensive, so I'm not gonna deal with that. That's a DLC guy. We won't worry about him till later. And what's most important to us right now is the stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
So,
all will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Sorry. So, we are gonna need more people to scour in these dungeons to get us closer to what we're trying to find. So we're gonna need new adventurers. You can take 4 heroes into a dungeon at a time. You basically always should. But right now we've got 2 here available to us. A Plague Doctor, one of my favorites. And you can see here, she has quirks with her. Every class has different stats. They have equipment. This is where you can put trinkets, resistances, and their different abilities. And I want her. Dive Buglin. Probably pronounced that really wrong.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
I'm probably going to pronounce 95% of these names wrong. Jeez. So if you know how to pronounce them, feel free to make fun of me. Mobek. She is a Vestal? Yeah, Vestal. So she's basically going to be our healer, which is fantastic. I want her.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
So, 2 people. We have a full group of 4. However, these buildings can be upgraded using those heirlooms I was talking about earlier. So the stagecoach can give us more people per week. Every time you go into a dungeon, a week will pass and the town will refresh. The nomad wagon will get new trinkets. There will be new heroes available in the stagecoach. And when you upgrade them, more can become available. Some can be higher level. And you can increase the roster of the amount of heroes you can have. So, first things first, I want more people. So, increases the number available to 3. So, instead of just having 2 next week, we'll have 3. Pretty simple. And that's all I can do right now. You can exchange heirlooms for other heirlooms, usually at a cost. So if I wanted one more deed, I could trade something for it. I would like one more deed. That would be pretty great. Is this about it? No, you know what? This is a great idea.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Fantastic. But how about we go through our first dungeon and
Mecca of madness
we'll see what
and
happens.
morbidity. Your work begins.
All right. So here we can choose different quests to go to. Ruins, Cove, Weald, Warrens, Courtyard, and Farmstead. The Courtyard and the Farmstead are DLC. I'm not going to worry about those till later. These 4 are part of the base game, and then there's the Darkest Dungeon itself, which we can actually go into. We will die, so I'm not going to do that. So we'll just start with the basic first one, and we'll take our friends with us. So you can put your heroes in different orders based on their position. You got the usual suspects. That's just a name because they're usually the first 4 you start out with. Now, position is really important based on the heroes that you have. So this is a good setup. You can see their preferred position here. That's based on the abilities they have. So Play Grenade has to be in the back 2. Incision has to be in the front 3. Emboldening Vapors you can use anywhere, and Disorienting Blast preferably anywhere but the front. So that's why she has that preferred position. You can see there's no max here, but that's because she has one that's not available in the back 2 and one that's not available in the front 2. Divine Grace is back 2, and Divine Comfort is anywhere but the very first position. So it all depends on the characters you have and what you want to do with your group. Quirks affect a lot of things. You've got Warrior of Light, so he does more damage if torch is really high, but he's also a kleptomaniac, so he'll steal items. He really will steal items. It's the best. And by the best, I mean it makes me want to throw him out a window.
Cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
And here we can provision for our journey. Lots of different items. They all have lots of different uses. None of these are really useless. They all serve a specific purpose, but it all depends on which dungeon you're going into, what area. This is the first one though, so it shouldn't be that hard. So food, always gotta have food. It heals a little bit, and periodically throughout a dungeon, you'll get food checks. And if you don't have any food, your heroes will take a little damage, and they'll also get really, really bummed out about it. And it'll stress them out. And you definitely don't want that to happen. Torches, self-explanatory, increase the light level, makes it brighter. Enemies become a little weaker, but your heroes are less stressed because of it. So, gotta weigh your options there. I'm gonna take just a couple. Shovels, there are different curios that you can use the shovel for to break them open. There's also debris that blocks the way, so you definitely want to have some shovels with you. I'm gonna take just one. Then you've got anti-venom, bandages, medicinal herbs, skeleton keys, which are great for opening treasure chests. I'm going to actually take 2 of those. I like to have a couple. And holy water. You can actually see that I started with some holy water and anti-venom, and certain heroes will actually come with them. So the Plague Doctor brings anti-venom, and the Crusader brings holy water. So you always want to make sure you stock up, but you don't want to stock up too much because you want things to still be profitable. So I'm done explaining things. Let's get into the dungeon and kill some bad guys. Does that sound good? Here we are, outside the ruins, our very first dungeon. This is going to be a really good time. Hopefully. So, I'm pretty sure the layout's always the same here. Our goal is to explore 90% of the rooms. So, let's just get moving. As we go down these hallways, we're going to run into different random events. Sometimes it'll be things that we can pick up, kind of like this right here. We click it, we'll salvage a torch.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
It's not always that simple. Most of the curios have a risk of something really bad happening. In fact, most of the time something really bad happens. Nothing good ever happens in this game. You're never like, oh hey, you found a kitten. It doesn't happen here. When you walk into a room, there's a chance enemies could be there. Sometimes they'll get surprised, which is great if your enemies do, because it means you get to go first. Sometimes your enemies will surprise your heroes. If that happens, they end up getting your whole party shuffled around, which is the worst thing that could happen to you, because you have to spend some time repositioning your characters, which basically just makes you an open target. It's a good time. So I think what we're gonna do here is give a little buff. Yeah, and then shoot a skeleton. Perfect.
Give them no quarter.
Good. Get a little stress too. So like I said, it's not just going to be thugs and bandits. It's also going to be critical hits.
Cleansed from our lands.
Skeletons. You know.
Very. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
You know, if you've never seen this game, I'm not going to spoil the kind of cool creatures that we're going to run into. But it's going to be exciting. Ooh, look at that, a shovel. And some crests. So that's some of the heirlooms I was talking about. So definitely want to take those. We have a limited inventory space, so we have to be careful, because we can hit a point where we have too much stuff and we have to leave something behind. Oh, cool. And we scouted. So now we know actually what's gonna come up in this hallway, which is great. So now we know there's a battle up ahead and an obstacle. So I was talking about the shovels right here.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So, got the rubble. We can shovel it away. We can clear it with hands, or we can ignore it. We ignore it, nothing happens. Shoveling it gets rid of it, nothing crazy happens. If you have to clear it by hand, people get stressed out. The torch darkens. It's really bad. So, make sure you have the shovel. I've actually had runs get destroyed because I didn't bring enough shovels. Ooh. Alright. So this is where things get fun. You see this lady back here? She sucks. So she'll actually do stress damage to you instead of just, you know, hurting your health. And in my opinion, that's way worse. So we're going to shoot her in the face. Or miss. That's also an option. How about... Oh, we can try to stun her. So you can stun enemies too. So basically they have to wait a turn before they can attack again. This will also shuffle their party around, so definitely want to at least try. Oh, perfect. Shuffling them around. Ow! Okay. Okay. Shuffling your enemies around can work well, just like it does against you, because enemies want to be in certain positions. That's where they're best at. Wow, that really sucked. Let's see. How about we give her a little slice? She didn't bleed though, so try again. There we go.
Maintain the offensive.
We're gonna have her focus on some healing, because that sucked. Yeah, these guys are strong today. Not that strong though. Boy, they really don't like my highwaymen. That's okay. We'll just heal them up a little. Make them feel a little better. And how about... So there are corpses as well. Corpses mean the enemies maintain their position until you get rid of them. So my Crusader here would have no chance of attacking this guy because the corpses are in the way. So you can either beat him up, destroy him, or you could do, say, Disorienting Blast, which says clear all corpses. Which is perfect. Gets rid of them all. And then you can stab him with the sword.
Executed with impunity.
Perfect. Treasure for our troubles. That worries me, though. I don't like that. So use a torch and move on. I'm gonna play really cautious at first because I don't want anyone to die very early on. It's happened. I don't think I've ever lost anyone in this dungeon, but I know the dungeon after this, because they're always randomized, but I've had people die basically right away, and it's such a terrible feeling. So we got a fight and a curio in the next room. So let's see what happens. Leave it a little dark just to see how that goes for us. But I am nervous. Take care of the crossbow guy here. So don't want to use open vein because skeletons can't bleed, if you can believe that. So how about grape shot blast? Because grape shot will actually hit everybody all at once. Just chow. Very nice. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage though. Give a party heal here. I really want to get rid of this guy.
As the fiend falls,
I don't know if this is true or not, but it feels like those guys critically hit a lot, and I don't like it. So
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
we're taking care of them now. Man, making really good progress. Try to heal you up. Nice. It's really nice when you get dodges and misses. And some loot. Alright, so here we have an interesting curio, a holy fountain. So with curios like this, you could just interact with it and see what happens. Or you can use items that you have to see if that affects it in a positive or negative way. So a holy fountain, try using some holy water on it, and you get a divine benefit, which is a heal and a stress heal. So nice. I remember a lot of them. I don't remember all of them. And just in case you didn't think there was enough going on, there's also traps. So traps are really cool. And by really cool, I mean I hate them. So what you got to do here is every different class has a trap disarm chance. And if you can disarm the trap, great. You take no damage, you get a little stress relief. If not, you immediately take damage and they get stressed out about it. So I'm going to have our highwayman try to disarm it because he has a 90% chance of disarming, which is way better than, definitely way better than everyone else. And he disarmed it. If not, I think spikes or something would have come out of the ground. It wouldn't have been good. Wow, I'm getting a lot of scouts really early. So, I got a split here. I can go to the left, try to get some treasure, go to the right, and see what's down this way. I mean, I do like me some treasure.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
Black as pitch. So you can see lots of stress, lots of monster accuracy and damage, lots of monster crits, and a good chance that the heroes will be surprised, but extra loot, and I forgot that your heroes also get better crits. So that's nice. I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to get completely destroyed on the very first dungeon. That would be really embarrassing. I gotta make it at least to the second dungeon before I start getting messed up. All right.
Destroy them all.
Well, that takes care of the one guy I didn't want to deal with. We got a new guy here, the brawler. He's probably gonna, ow, make me bleed. Yep. So if I had some bandages, I could actually heal that up, but I don't because I'm an idiot who came in unprepared. So I just have to deal with that. Well, I was gonna say try to take care of you, but looks like that's not happening today. Ooh. I like that though. Alright. Let's try stabbing you. Okay. Oh, I love the highwayman. And give you a little boost. Just a little boost. And you as well. Oh, wow. What is up with all the criticals right now? Okay.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Well, I like that. So, treasure chest, it's the same as with the fountain. You could either try to open it, which would probably give you some loot, or you could try using a key on it. And if you do, you're definitely guaranteed to get more loot. I can't remember what the chances are for that, for something bad to happen on that, but we got some treasure here that I want. Perfect. And we're gonna slowly make our way backwards. People don't like walking backwards. It stresses them out, just like that. Everything stresses these guys out. Everything. Which I guess is fair. I guess that's fair. I'd be pretty stressed out just being here. So, oh, hey, hunger. All right. They've been walking a lot. They're tired. They're hungry. You can eat 4 food. Regain a little health. If not, they take damage and stress. It's very brutal. Each one will eat a single food item. We have 12, so we're good to go. It's always good to have food. Always. That's another thing that can completely destroy your run if you're not careful.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Food. I'm getting, I don't want to say that, never mind. Let's see. You can actually give a little heal outside of battles with food if you want to have them eat a little bit. They can only eat so much before they're full and just stick of food into you. All right. So, we completed the quest. We have the option to go home or continue adventuring. We have one more room that we haven't explored yet, and we can leave now, take all our treasure in tow, be totally good, or we can go down there, risk it, and see what happens. Why not? Why not? Yeah. Jeez. Now all of a sudden I'm nervous.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
But I'm definitely not gonna risk it. We'll just go in with full light. Yeah. Okay. So you can see what I was talking about here, where if the party gets moved around, it's really bad. That's really not good. Okay. Give that to you. Ooh. Alright. A little nervous, but that's okay. We can, we can do some damage here. We can miss. That also works.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
That's okay. Less okay. Just don't want anyone to die. But at least we got rid of that guy. So, good start. Less good start. Oh, jeez. So, now she's at 0 health. But she's not dead yet. She is at death's door, which means one more hit could kill her. But hopefully not. So we will try to not let her die by giving her a little extra speed. And hopefully being able to heal her. I wasn't kidding when I said getting your party mixed up is really, really bad. Luckily, I don't think these two guys can attack the very back, but we'll see. Try to just move a little bit and just try to keep you alive, Mobek. Don't ever let your healers die. Keep your healers healthy. Oh boy. Plague Doctor too. Don't let your Plague Doctor die. I just love them, so I don't want her to die. That was mean. Oh, nice. Okay. I think we sort of picked things back up. Whew. Boy, that made me nervous. Okay. I think we're in a better position here. Much better position now. Alright. Back to good working order here. Keep everyone healed and we're gonna be A-okay. Ooh. So yeah, getting your party shuffled is really bad. That too. Getting stunned. Pretty terrible. This guy is mean. Just do a little stab and almost kill him. One more stab should do it. Nice. Okay. Ooh.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Well, we got a little beat up, but that's okay. When we go back to the hamlet, everyone will heal their health, but not their stress. So we're gonna have to find ways of dealing with that, but we can deal with that later. We got a little bit of the blood. That's a DLC thing. I hate it, and that's all I have to say about that.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Loot. Okay, so now our inventory's full, so now we have to make some decisions here. because we're gonna have to throw some stuff away. But let's eat a little food. Take that. Give you a little more food. There we go. The things we come back with, the supplies, provisions, if we still have some, we sell them, but basically at a fraction of what we bought them for. So I definitely don't want to get rid of any treasure. I'd rather get rid of some of our provisions. Luckily, food isn't worth a whole lot, so we'll just leave that behind for the next adventurer. And we're done here. Got a lot of treasure. Got a lot of heirlooms. This is actually a pretty nice haul. And we'll see what kind of quirks we got. Ooh, actually not bad. 15 damage in the cove. We haven't been there yet. Extra damage versus unholy. Nice. And plus 5% crit if HP below 50%. I mean, it's not bad. We'll take it.
The tents are pitched, banners fly, and the corpse wagons stand at the ready. The circus has come to town.
I am not going to go to the butcher circus. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I think we'll end right here, and when we come back, we'll go into our first real dungeon of the game, and we'll see if we get beat up. We'll also check the stagecoach to see if we got anyone else really cool to come with us. So hopefully it'll be a good time. Thank you for watching. Bye.